Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. I am actually super excited about this vlog because I've already started the book for this and I think it is going places and I think it's going to be epic. The book that I'm reading is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, and honestly I started this last night and I'm already on like page 50, chapter 6. It's really good. Basically this book is two different perspectives and it is also a non-linear timeline, so we go back and forth between one point of view set in 1791 and then we go to another view who is set in present day, whatever that is. Okay, the main character set in 1791 owns this apothecary, and basically what she does, it's hidden away, and she sells poisons to women. No men are allowed in there. They don't know about it, only women. And they sell poisons, or she sells poisons to women, and these women are poisoning whoever they need to. But it's all written down in this ledger. So this is all taking place in London. So present day, her name is Caroline, and she was, I think she lived somewhere in the US. I think she lived in Ohio. But she was celebrating her 10th wedding anniversary, and so they were having a trip to London. But then like night before she left, she found some evidence that her husband was having an affair. So she goes to London by herself. And that's really all the further I've gotten, really. But she's been going malarking, and just, I'm hoping she finds something really cool. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten any further than that. But so far it's actually really good, and I like the pacing. I'm able to kind of just fly through it. I like the characters already. But I really like this. I also just really love London and I miss it. So whenever I read about it, it just makes me happy. But that's where I'm at, and I'm actually super excited. So I'm hoping this is gonna be a fun vlog for this book. But this will hopefully be my last book for March, and I need to get started on all my April stuff. So here's like my March reading journaling thing, and I need to finish it, and then I need to do April's. And I have a lot of stuff to do today. It's a Monday. I'll check in whenever I get a good amount of reading done. Hello and happy Tuesday. So I read about 92 pages yesterday of The Lost Apothecary, and I've read quite a bit today still. I do plan on finishing it tonight. I have like 70 pages left. No, I have like 50 something pages left. I'm trying to think of where I left off talking to you about this book. I don't think I got super far, but I really like this book. I would not consider it fantasy at all. I would consider it more of like a magical realism, because there's no fantastical elements in this. They talk about magic, but it's not fantasy. I would call it magical realism. But the parallels of the present day and the past point of views are perfect. Like, I love it so much because we get to see the apothecary and who she, like, her patrons, and she gets a young girl, and then there is this other lady, and then all of a sudden stuff comes to light and she's about to get ratted out, even though she like has had this super secret apothecary forever, and it's only for women and to help and heal women, never to harm. But one of the ladies requested a poison to harm a woman, and that's when stuff starts to go like haywire. And that's kind of why I feel like it's more like magical realism versus like fantastic or like fantasy. It's just like, it's really good, and like I just like hearing about it and like learning, and like she finds out through like a newspaper, and she has these vials, and that's the only way that they can like, that's like the only incriminating evidence really, and it has a image of a bear on it because she is like, her store is in a hidden like shelf back room, hidden away by a shelf, and it is on Bear Alley. Well, back alley of Bear Alley. So it's, anyway. So no one knows where it is. No one knows what these vials are. And now it's coming to light that there have been other mysterious deaths. And it's just really interesting. And she's like trying to run away now. Well, sort of run away. She's trying to like just leave and not get caught. And in present day, anyway, she found one of the vials when she was malarking. And so then she went to the British Library to try to get some help to find stuff, and they find some articles, and it's really amazing. Like, the newspaper articles are the specific ones that were like mentioned in like back in the 1700s. I will hopefully check back in tonight once I finished it and kind of talk to you a little bit more about this book, because there's some cool things in here that I really like that have nothing to do with like the storyline. It's like a map and some other stuff at the end of it. So, T2L. Good morning. It's Wednesday, and I made myself like a little Irish breakfast latte, and I'm excited. It's gonna be so good. Anyway, I was gonna pop on last night, but then it just got to be too late and I forgot. So I did finish The Lost Apothecary yesterday, and I rated it 4 stars. I actually really liked it. I got kind of sad because I looked on Goodreads afterwards and some people didn't like it. But then again, they're probably more critical and, you know, are a little more picky of readers, whereas like I pretty much like anything and everything. So I liked it a lot. The ending was, there were some twists that I wasn't expecting, and it was really good. I liked it a lot. The ending, I was kind of sad. I was like, dang, I wish we had like just a few more chapters to kind of tie everything together. And if you read this, you'll kind of understand what I'm saying. I realized now that some of the like end pages kind of do tie in with the rest of the story, which is cool. So I'm not gonna really say what happened in the ending, because I did explain quite a bit yesterday, and I mean, that's pretty much the premise of the story, so I don't want to like give away the ending. But I really liked it. I was not expecting certain things to happen, and I'm happy for the main character. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff got kind of crazy. Anyway, so I was going to tell you guys what I liked about this book like yesterday, talking about, okay, first of all, look at how pretty that is. Sorry, the light it's lighty in here. But like the front cover is just gorgeous. And then they also have a map with a little kind of key right here, and then the map, which was kind of cool to look back on. And then I kind of wish they had 2 maps, one for present and one for like the past, because they do talk about overlapping them, and I think that would be kind of cool. Because this map is circa 1791. And then it has an apothecary's note here, which is really neat. That's that for the front. And then you go to the back, and I just love this. So it talks about the main character. Her name is Nella, and all of her apothecaries like of poisons. So then if you like go through it, it like tells you some of the poisons that were listed in the book and what they do and kind of how much. And then there's a historical note, which is cool. And then there are actually 3 recipes. So like for a sore throat, if you have bug bites, and then just some like cookies. So it's really cool. The historical note I appreciated because she talked about how if she had done it even 50 years later, they could have done autopsies to see what poisons were in the body. And because they didn't have that yet, the murders, like, she could get away with the poisons, which I thought was really neat. And so that was that book. I enjoyed it a lot. I love this cover. I just, like, it's literally so beautiful. I cannot even stand it. It's gorgeous. I will be starting, well, today I need to do my April reading log. So here was March's. This was my daily reading. And I read 7 books this month, which was exciting. I thought I had only planned on 5 because I was reading the series, but I'm glad I got into extra. But yeah, I need to come up with April's now and get ready for that. That's already tomorrow, which is crazy. And then I'm also going to start reading Concrete Rose on my Kindle because I have it checked out from the library, and that is just a book that I want to read in April. It's not part of my Bookopoly or anything, but I'm just going to get started on it because I kind of have a heavy TBR for next month and I'm a little nervous about getting through all of that. So we shall see, and that's pretty much all I got for you. I've got class today and stuff to do, so I don't know. Maybe I'll check in later and maybe I'll check in tomorrow. Who knows? Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday morning. It is April 1st, and yesterday I read literally half of Concrete Rose. I'm on page 180, and I think there's about 360 pages total, and it's so good. I've already almost cried twice. I've teared up, definitely. There's some really great passages in here, and if you've read The Hate You Give, it's just gonna be so, it's just gonna feel different than if you picked it up randomly without having read The Hate You Give. You recognize names, and it's just, I don't know, you get the history of Maverick, and I love it so much. I really like seeing this background stuff, and it's just so well written. It's just so good. I'm enjoying it a lot. But I'm on chapter 16, page 180, and it's just so good. And I don't think I'll be able to finish it today because I have to work, and since it's the week before Easter, we are doing special decorations for our cupcakes, so I'm not sure how long today will be, and I have class tonight, so probably can't read 180 pages today, but we might try it. I have to work. I have to leave in a little less than an hour to go to work, so I don't get to read a full hour this morning, so I guess we'll see how much reading I can actually get done today, and then we'll check in later. Peace. Hello and happy Saturday. I did not have time to come on here yesterday. I worked 9.5 hours decorating cupcakes. That's how crazy busy it was. So I did not have time to come on here, but I was able to finish Concrete Rose, and it was so good. I gave it 5 stars because if you've read The Hate You Give and you really liked the main character's dad and parents in general, just you get the backstory, and you just get these little snippets and little things that are familiar, and it's just so good. But I only was able to get those little familiar pieces because I'd read The Hate You Give. If you haven't read it, it might just seem like any other story. There's not a whole lot of plot to it because it's purely just background information. And so for that, it might not be your absolute favorite. It's still so good. If you've never read any of these books, I highly recommend reading The Hate You Give. It's very informative in a fictional kind of way, and it is very prevalent to what is going on in today's world. So I highly recommend that book. It is so good. It's heartwarming, yet it's heart-wrenching, it's heartbreaking, it is awful, but it is such a great story. And the way Angie Thomas writes is just it just makes you kind of feel like you're at home, but it's also hitting you with those heavy topics. And so she just does a fantastic job. And I fly through her books. For Concrete Rose, I read the first 180 pages just the other night. I was able to fly through it. It's so good. And Concrete Rose, once you're done with The Hate You Give, I would definitely recommend Concrete Rose. And you'll just get that little heartfelt feeling because you know who the characters are, and you know what's going to happen to them when they are older, and it's just I loved it so much. It was such a great read. Now, my next book is going to be Behind Closed Doors, and I'm going to start that later today, but I won't vlog it. It'll be on next week's vlog. I also started reading
Beyond the Pill last night. I just read like the first chapter because this is just gonna be one that I read throughout the month and not like sit down and read it. And normally I can't read more than one book at a time, but because this is just kind of an self-help informational type of book, I can do that. And it's when books have like plots, more plots and characters, I get them confused, so I can't do it. But anyway, other than that, Nate and I are going to go on a date today to Half Price Books, so I'm going to try to vlog it if I remember, and I'm really excited. We haven't gone to Half Price Books in over a year, and so I'm excited. I'm going to try to take you along, and if not, if I forget, then I'll show you what I got, and I will close out this vlog later tonight. Okay, so we're back, and it was just like really busy there, so I didn't film anything. And I only got one book, sadly, but it was Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, and it's pretty cool actually because it's a book of the month choice from July of 2018, which was like almost 3 years ago, so that's kind of crazy. But it's a nice hard copy, and I'm excited to read another Naomi Novik book, and I hope this one's a tad bit better than Uprooted, but we'll see. So I'm gonna close out this vlog because that's all I've got for you. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.